As part of our application, we are displaying all the events in all events page, and click off any of these events. It will navigate to this page, that is event details page, where it will be showing the details of the event along with all the sessions corresponding to it. So for this session, for this event, what are the corresponding sessions will be displayed as part of this event? It is getting displayed over here as part of our application. This is what we have implemented previously, right, in our previous sessions. Now let's also see how we can toggle between creating a new session, so that on click of that link and adding a new session, that session will get added over here along with these sessions, right? Because these sessions are coming from our service, where we are using iSession array, where we are iSession object, where we are passing the data required to be displayed on our web page, that is event details component. All these sessions will be displayed. Let's see how we can implement toggle mechanism in this case. Okay, I will switch to Visual Studio Code. So inside Visual Studio Code here, event-details.component.html, let's add few data over here in such a way that we can toggle between creating a new session and displaying existing sessions. Okay, so I'm going to create row over here, some column. Okay, and here a header which will display its label sessions. Okay, and again in another div we need to specify. Here I am going to create a link, okay, with click event. On click of this, it will call add session. Okay, add session. That's it. So these are the changes I wish to do over here. Okay, I'll save these changes. Now you can see that there are two ways we are displaying on that sessions page, that is event-details.component.html, where we are displaying the event details. Here we are introducing one header which will display with the label as sessions, and another link. On click of that link, it will call add session method. Okay, we are going to create this add session method, and we will toggle between displaying the sessions and creating a new session. That's how we are going to implement the toggle mechanism. So what is this next step? Here we have created a link to add session from event details page, right? So we have created this link. Next step is we have to add a pointer cursor for this, for add session link. Since it doesn't have href over here, right? Since it doesn't have href, we have to create a pointer with a cursor, pointer cursor for this. So let's go to event-details.component.ts, and here let's add styles over here, styles. Okay, and here we are going to provide a as cursor pointer, so that we'll come to know that like a pointer symbol will be present when we are going to click on that add session over here. For this add session link, since it doesn't have href, we are making use of this cursor, that is pointer for it. Okay, we have done it. Next step is we have to implement this add session method, right? Here we are calling this, on click of this link, add session method should be called. So for this add session method, we have to provide implementation inside event-details.component.ts. After this ng on init, let's implement add session method. Okay. And inside this add session method, what we have to do, we have to toggle over here, right? We have to toggle between adding a new session or displaying existing sessions, right? So let's add some property over here which we can toggle between. This dot add mode equals true. Okay. We are calling this add session method in case that the add mode property will be equals to true. It's a boolean property which we are going to create next. Okay, based on this boolean property, boolean flag, we are toggling between adding a new session or displaying existing sessions. Here we are setting this to true. Okay, this is where we are doing this add session method is used to put us into add mode. So let's toggle flag in our component. Let's create toggle flag for this add mode property. So inside event hyphen details component dot ts, here in this component we should add, we should define add mode property so that we can use that in our template. Okay, so as part of this, let's add the property add mode, and this is of type boolean. So using this property, we are toggling between creating a new session, that is add session method we are calling by when we click on that link, or we are displaying the existing sessions as part of that event. Okay, now what next? What is the next step? Next step is, as part of our template, that is event details.component.html, we'll show the session list only if not in add mode, right? If it is in add mode, we are going to create a new session, that is we are going to add a new session. If not in add mode, if this add mode becomes false, because it's a boolean property, if it becomes false, what we have to do, we'll show the session list, right, only when this add mode is false. Okay, we'll write that condition inside event hyphen details.component.html. Here let's add that as part of this session list. Okay, as part of this session list, let's add that condition over here, that is ng if equals, what we have to provide over here, not of add mode. Not of add mode means when this add mode becomes false. Add mode is actually boolean, it is true, right? So if this becomes false, then what we are going to do, we are going to display all the sessions as part of that event. That is the session list, right, which we had seen in our previous video. How to create the session list and how to display these sessions as part of the event, we have seen it. We are just adding this condition over here. When add mode becomes false, I want to display all the sessions over here. Another condition we have to add. What is the another condition? If in add mode, we will show create session component, right? Because when this add mode becomes true, we are calling add session method. Okay, this add session method we are invoking when we click on this link, add session link. On clicking on this add session link, it will call add session method, and in add session method we have, what we are doing, we are making this property equals true, that is add mode will become true. When add mode becomes true, what we have to do, we have to call create session component. Create session component we are going to call, since we are going to add a new session, right? So let's provide that over here. Okay, let's provide that like this, create hyphen session ng if equals add mode. So this is when add mode becomes true. If it is in add mode, then we are calling create session component. Okay, that's it. These are the changes which we have done so far. What is the next step? Okay, we are using this create session component and we are calling this create session component whenever our property add mode becomes true, right? What is the next step is, as part of create session component, we have to add the selector over there, right? We don't have selector so far as part of create session component, if you remember. So let's go to create session component.ts, and here we have to provide a selector over here. We have just provided template URL and styles, right? So let's provide selector over here, which is create hyphen session. So this is the selector which we are going to provide. The same selector create hyphen session we are using inside our event hyphen details.component.html. This is the same name. If you can see here, create session is the selector which we are using, and the condition we are providing add mode property. This is a property which is a boolean value and becomes true. When it becomes true, we are calling create session component. If it becomes false, then what we are going to do, we are just going to display all the list of the sessions as part of that event, right? That's it. These are the changes which we have to do. That's all the changes we have already done. That is, we created two, that is, one is for header to display the sessions and another is a link where it will go to add session. Okay, that link will, on click of that link, it will actually call add session method. And add session method, we are actually setting this dot add mode equals true by creating a property, boolean property, inside our event hyphen details dot component dot ts, like this. Okay, here add mode boolean. And what is the next step? As part of this event details component.html, we are providing a condition over here that is based on that property. If it becomes false, then we are displaying the session list. If it becomes true, then we are calling create session component, right? And we are making use of this selector inside create session.component.ts. That's it. These are the changes. Now let's run the application and let's see the output. Npm space start. So our project is getting compiled. It's building the modules. You can see that it got compiled successfully and hosted on localhost colon 4200. Let's open this link now. Okay, let's open this. Here you can see all events getting displayed in all events page. This is fine. Now on click of any of this event, here you can see the sessions are getting displayed over here, right? This is when add more property is false, right? When add more property is true, when it will become true, on click of add session link. So let's click on this add session link. Here you can see on click of this add session link, we are getting a form to fill, that is create session component is getting called, and these details we are going to provide over here. And click of save button, what should happen on click of save button? The new session which we are going to add as part of this add session should get added to list of sessions. As part of this list of sessions for this event, here another session has to get added whenever we are adding a new session as by clicking on this link. Let's see how we can implement that in our next video. On clicking of this link and by adding the new session and clicking on save, it should come over here and it should get added over here along with this existing sessions. Let's see how we can do that in our next video. Thank you so much for watching this video, guys. Please like, comment and share this video. Kindly subscribe to my channel in order to watch more videos. Click on that bell icon so that you can start receiving notifications whenever I am uploading a new video.